Today we're diving into a fascinating and often misunderstood topic. Why are women so much more likely than men to initiate divorce but not non-marital breakups? According to research from the American Sociological Association in 2015, about 70% of divorces are filed by women. Even more striking, among college-educated women, this number jumps to 90%. Yet when it comes to breakups outside of marriage, women and men seem to initiate at similar rates. Let's explore the reasons behind these surprising statistics and what they reveal about relationships and marriage in modern society. Start by looking at the numbers. The fact that women initiate the majority of divorces is not just a small difference, it's a significant gap. This trend holds true across various studies and is especially pronounced among women with higher education. But what's driving this? Is it dissatisfaction, changing expectations, or something deeper within the institution of marriage itself? To understand this, we need to look at both the structure of marriage and the evolving roles of women in society. One of the most interesting findings is that this pattern doesn't hold for non-marital relationships. In dating or cohabiting relationships, women and men break up at roughly the same rates. This suggests that there's something unique about marriage that leads women to be the ones initiating divorce. So what changes when a relationship becomes a marriage? Is it the legal, social, or emotional expectations that come with it? Let's dig deeper into these differences. Marriage comes with a set of expectations, some spoken, some unspoken. For many women, marriage can bring about a shift in roles, responsibilities, and even freedoms. While dating might feel more flexible and equal, marriage can sometimes introduce traditional gender roles, even in modern households. This shift can lead to dissatisfaction, especially for women who expected a more balanced partnership. When reality doesn't match expectations, frustration can build. Gender norms play a powerful role in shaping marital dynamics. Even today, many marriages fall into traditional patterns where women take on more household and emotional labor, regardless of their career or education level. This imbalance can become a source of tension, especially for women who feel overburdened or underappreciated. In contrast, non-marital relationships often allow for more negotiation and flexibility, making it easier to maintain balance. Research consistently shows that women, even those who work full-time, tend to do more housework and childcare than their male partners. Over time, this can lead to resentment and a feeling of being stuck in an unfair arrangement. When women see no improvement or willingness to share the load, divorce can start to look like a way out. This is less likely to be an issue in dating relationships, where living together isn't always the norm. Beyond physical chores, emotional labor is another area where women often carry more weight. This includes managing family relationships, remembering important dates, and smoothing over conflicts. While these efforts are crucial for a healthy household, they're often invisible and undervalued. Over time, the emotional toll can become overwhelming, leading some women to reconsider their commitment to the marriage. Society's expectations of women have evolved dramatically over the past few decades. Women today are more likely to pursue higher education, build careers, and seek personal fulfillment outside of traditional family roles. When marriage doesn't support these ambitions or even hinders them, dissatisfaction can grow. This is especially true for college-educated women, who may have higher expectations for equality and partnership. Financial independence is a game changer for many women. In the past, economic dependence often kept women in unhappy marriages. Today, with more women earning their own income, the barriers to leaving an unsatisfying marriage are much lower. This shift empowers women to make choices based on happiness and fulfillment rather than necessity. Education doesn't just provide knowledge, it also shapes expectations and opportunities. College-educated women are more likely to expect equal partnerships and are less willing to settle for traditional unequal roles. This may explain why the divorce initiation rate is even higher among this group. Education gives women the tools and confidence to demand more from their relationships. Legal system has also evolved to better support women seeking divorce. Laws around property division, child custody, and alimony have become more equitable, making it less risky for women to leave a marriage. Social support networks, both online and offline, provide resources and encouragement for women considering divorce. These changes have made it easier for women to take action when they're unhappy. While divorce is more accepted today than in the past, there's still some stigma attached, especially for women. However, as more women take the step to end unhappy marriages, the social pressure to stay is slowly fading. This shift in attitudes makes it easier for women to prioritize their own well-being over societal expectations. But why don't we see the same pattern in non-marital relationships? The answer may lie in the flexibility and lower stakes of dating. Without the legal and social ties of marriage, it's easier for both partners to leave when things aren't working. There's less pressure to stay, but also less to gain by making a formal break. This leads to a more balanced rate of breakups between men and women. In dating relationships, there are fewer barriers to leaving. There's no need for legal proceedings, property division, or custody arrangements. This makes it easier for both partners to walk away when they're unhappy. The process is simpler, less costly, and less emotionally taxing, which may explain why women don't disproportionately initiate breakups in these situations. Marriage represents a higher level of commitment and investment, both emotionally and practically. When that investment doesn't pay off, whether through happiness, support, or shared goals, women may feel a stronger need to formally end the relationship. In contrast, dating relationships can be ended with less fanfare and fewer consequences, making the process more balanced between genders. Children can complicate the decision to divorce, but they can also be a motivating factor. Women who feel that their marriage is unhealthy may choose to leave for the sake of their children's well-being. In dating relationships, where children are less likely to be involved, this factor doesn't play as significant a role in the decision to break up. Emotional safety is a key factor in any relationship. When women feel emotionally unsafe or unsupported in marriage, the stakes are higher. The desire for a healthier environment for themselves and their children can drive the decision to file for divorce. In dating, the emotional investment may be lower, making it easier to leave without formal proceedings. Our dynamics often shift in marriage, sometimes in ways that disadvantage women. If a woman feels her voice isn't heard or her needs aren't met, she may become dissatisfied over time. In dating, power is often more balanced as both partners can leave more easily. This difference in dynamics may help explain why women are more likely to initiate divorce than breakups. Society is changing and so are relationships. Women today have more options and greater autonomy than ever before. As expectations rise and opportunities expand, women are less willing to stay in unsatisfying marriages. This shift is reflected in the growing number of women who initiate divorce, especially among those with higher education and financial independence. Peer influence can also play a role. As more women see friends and acquaintances successfully navigating divorce, the process becomes less intimidating. Support from peers can provide the encouragement needed to take action, especially when facing uncertainty or fear of judgment. Media representation of divorce has shifted over time. Today, movies, TV shows, and social media often portray divorce as a path to personal growth and happiness, rather than failure. This changing narrative can empower women to see divorce as a viable option when their needs aren't being met. Internet has made it easier than ever to access information about divorce, legal rights, and support services. Women can research their options, connect with others who have gone through similar experiences, and find resources to help them navigate the process. This access to information reduces uncertainty and empowers women to make informed decisions. Therapy and counseling have become more mainstream, offering women a safe space to explore their feelings and options. Professional support can help women clarify their needs, set boundaries, and make decisions that are right for them. This support is often a crucial step in the decision to initiate divorce. Personal fulfillment is a driving force for many women today. When marriage stands in the way of pursuing passions, goals, or happiness, women are more likely to consider ending the relationship. The desire for a meaningful and satisfying life can outweigh the fear of divorce, especially when other options are available. Attitudes toward marriage itself are shifting. Fewer people see marriage as a lifelong commitment and more view it as one option among many for building a life. This change in perspective makes it easier for women to leave marriages that aren't working, rather than feeling obligated to stay no matter what. Technology has changed the way we connect and communicate. Online support groups, forums, and social networks provide women with a sense of community and understanding. These digital spaces can offer advice, share experiences, and reduce the isolation that sometimes comes with contemplating divorce. Autonomy and self-respect are increasingly important values. Women who feel their autonomy is compromised in marriage may choose to leave rather than sacrifice their sense of self. This drive for independence is less pronounced in dating, where partners often maintain more separate lives. Looking at past generations, we see a stark contrast. Women in previous eras often stayed in unhappy marriages due to social, financial, or legal constraints. Today's women have more freedom and resources, allowing them to make choices that prioritize their happiness and well-being. Women often consider the impact of their marriage on their children's well-being. If staying together is seen as more harmful than separating, women may choose divorce to provide a healthier environment. This concern is less relevant in non-marital relationships where children may not be involved. Cultural background can influence attitudes toward divorce and marriage. In some cultures, divorce is still heavily stigmatized, while in others, it's seen as a normal part of life. These cultural factors can shape women's willingness to initiate divorce and their expectations for marriage. Legal rights and protections for women have improved significantly. Laws now offer more protection in cases of abuse, neglect, or unfair treatment. This legal safety net gives women the confidence to leave marriages that are not serving them, knowing they have rights and resources to support their decision. Awareness of mental health has grown, and women are more likely to seek help when struggling in their marriages. Recognizing the importance of mental well-being, women may choose to leave relationships that negatively impact their health, prioritizing self-care and emotional stability. Unfortunately, abuse is a reality in some marriages. Women who experience physical, emotional, or financial abuse are more likely to initiate divorce as a means of escape and protection. In dating relationships, it may be easier to leave before abuse escalates or becomes entrenched. Gender roles are evolving, and women are less willing to accept traditional expectations that limit their potential. As society becomes more egalitarian, women are empowered to seek relationships that reflect their values and ambitions, and to leave those that don't. Social media exposes women to stories of empowerment, independence, and successful life changes. Seeing others share their journeys can inspire women to take control of their own lives, including making the difficult decision to end a marriage. For many women, the cost of staying in an unhappy marriage emotionally, mentally, and sometimes physically outweighs the challenges of leaving. When the negatives become too great, divorce becomes a rational and necessary choice for personal well-being. Having a strong support system, family, friends, or community can make all the difference. Women who feel supported are more likely to take steps to improve their lives, including leaving marriages that no longer serve them. The myth of the perfect marriage can create unrealistic expectations. When reality falls short, women may feel disappointed or trapped. Recognizing that perfection is unattainable can help women make more realistic choices about their relationships. Personal growth is a lifelong journey. For some women, marriage may become a barrier to self-discovery and development. Choosing to leave can be a step toward embracing new opportunities and experiences that align with their evolving sense of self. Communication is key in any relationship. When communication breaks down, misunderstandings and resentment can build. Women who feel unheard or misunderstood may see divorce as the only way to regain their voice and agency. Ultimately, the pursuit of happiness drives many decisions. Women who are unhappy in marriage may choose to leave in search of a more fulfilling life. This pursuit is less complicated in dating, where the stakes are lower and the process is simpler. Sum up, a combination of social, economic, legal, and personal factors contribute to why women initiate most divorces but not most non-marital breakups. From changing expectations and increased independence to better support systems and shifting cultural norms, women today have more agency than ever before to make choices that align with their values and needs. As society continues to evolve, we can expect these trends to shift as well. The gap in divorce initiation may narrow as relationships become more egalitarian and expectations continue to change. Understanding these dynamics can help us build healthier, more fulfilling relationships for everyone. Reasons behind why women initiate most divorces are complex and multifaceted. By examining the interplay of societal expectations, personal fulfillment, and evolving gender roles, we gain a deeper understanding of modern relationships. The key takeaway is that women today have more freedom and support to make choices that reflect their true selves. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of why women are more likely to initiate divorce. By understanding the factors at play, we can foster empathy and support for those navigating these challenging decisions. Stay tuned for more insights into the dynamics of modern relationships.